Hi everyone, how are you? I hope that you are all having a good day. By the way, I am Ariel P. Oliveira, Teacher 3 of Lawaan Integrated School, and today I am tasked to discuss the Module 22 of the PPST Resource Package. And before I start, I'd like to apologize for the unnecessary noises that you might be hearing. I hope that you would understand. I'd like to request everybody to please focus your attention on screen while I am discussing my topic. And our objectives for this session, number 1, to discuss Module 22 of the PPST Resource Package, specifically on building relationships with parents, guardians, and the wider school community to facilitate involvement in the educative process. And number 2, we have here enumerate the ways by which schools and teachers can effectively build relationships, engage parents and stakeholders, and sustain partnerships with the community. Number 3, objective, produce a personal action plan based on Module 22 of the PPST Resource Package. So let us all be ready as we go along. And let us ponder on the following questions on screen. Aside from the teachers, who else play a vital role in the academic success of learners? Any idea? And the second question, what roles do parents and other stakeholders play in education? If you answered parents or other stakeholders for question number 1, you are right. Parents and other private sectors or stakeholders play a vital role in the academic success of our learners or our school children, especially in this time of pandemic. When it comes to their roles, if we teachers are the second parents of the school children, they are our support system. We can never succeed in educating our learners without the parents and other stakeholders. And as we go along with our discussion, we will know better the roles that they play. As what I have told you a while ago, my discussion is about building relationships with parents or guardians and the wider school community to facilitate involvement in the educative process. We have to realize that the success of the education for learners does not solely come from the school, but it needs also a strong cooperation from the stakeholders such as our parents or guardians and other sectors in the community. That includes our officials, our private sectors, anyone that is part of our community. As stated in our Republic Act 9155, education is a shared responsibility to provide learners with the skills, knowledge, and values that they need to become caring, self-reliant, productive, and patriotic citizens. The relationship of teachers and school heads to the parents and other private sectors or stakeholders is very important in the educative process. This is the reason why we teachers must have a healthy professional relationship with parents and other members of the community. But the question is, how do we effectively build a strong relationship with parents and other stakeholders in the community? That is what we are going to talk about today. Here are a few suggestions to help build relationship with parents or guardians and the wider school community to facilitate involvement in the educative process. This is a very challenging task, but at the same time, this is so rewarding once done properly. Many years ago, the Program for Decentralized Education or the Department of Education, Culture and Sports in 1983 enumerated the following areas in which teachers need to nurture in order to develop a sustainable partnership with the community. These are still sensible even today. Number 1, developing intelligent public understanding of the school on all aspects of its operation. Number 2, help citizens feel more responsibly for the quality of education the school provides. Number 3, earn the goodwill, respect, and confidence of the public in the professional and personal services of the school. Number 4, involve the community in the work of the school and in solving educational problems. Once that they are engaged, they will be actively participating in all school activities and therefore would contribute to the overall success of the school operation. Number 5, promote a genuine spirit of cooperation between the school and community for the improvement of the community. Number 6, secure community support for the school and its program. 7, keep the community informed of developments and educational trends. So transparency must always be there. 8, secure an unofficial but honest evaluation of the school program in terms of educational needs as the community sees it. So feedbacks are very important. Aside from this, there are several ways by which schools and teachers can effectively build relationships, engage parents and stakeholders, and sustain partnerships with the community. These are basics, but when maximized, can produce desirable result. Number 1 is by conducting home visitations. Of course, we teachers do this every school year. Even this time of pandemic, we still conduct home visitations following some safety protocols. So a teacher who conducts a home visit will have a clear understanding of the learner's home conditions. Getting to know the parents and their children is the first step in fostering relationship. You are not just building a communication, but you are reaching out and fostering healthy relationship from each other. So we conduct home visitations not just because we are required to do it, right? But most importantly, because we care for our children and their parents. Number 2, organizing seminars for parents. Yes, we can do seminars for our parents. There are various seminars which are appropriate for the parents, and topics such as responsible parenthood, child development, and understanding learners are close to the hearts of parents. These seminars can equip parents with the skills and understanding necessary to help their children. During this time of pandemic, we can still do this through virtual meetups, virtual conduct of seminars for parents. And this pandemic would not limit us from reaching out to them, because this is the time that we need them the most. We should capacitate them in order to provide the best education that these school children deserve. Number 3, maximize parent conferences. So, I believe that each school conducts parent conferences every quarter. And during the releasing of our cards, we talk to parents about the concerns, about updates on the progress of their children. So there must be two-way communication. And we should be open for suggestions. We should be open for constructive criticisms from parents. In this part, the teacher must be honest and direct to the point, at the same time organized in talking with the parents. The conference may be informal to facilitate more fluid communication. You can talk to the parents in such a way that they would understand you, and vice versa. Number 4, create school-home projects. Busy parents have a hard time attending school affairs. However, there are alternatives such as sending letters to parents, informing them of the school programs. And printed materials can be sent to parents to update them on various school events. But right now, since we are in the pandemic, we can send communication via messenger, via cell phone, via messaging, or calls. There are a lot of ways to communicate with parents. Number 5, we must establish a two-way communication with parents and the community. A dialogue between the school and parents or community can develop open communication so that they will feel comfortable in talking to us. And of course, so that they will feel at ease or confident and honest when they provide feedbacks, when they want to tell us something, may it be about their children, about the school itself. In this way, trust and honesty develop between the school and the parents. And of course, school-to-school campaign can also be done. Barangay school collaboration, maximization of social media page, and of course, utilization of tarpaulins, announcement, brochures, posters, and other means. As what I have said a while ago, there are a lot of ways to communicate with parents, especially that we are now in a very high-tech era. So let us all maximize the advantages of using technologies. Moreover, child mapping can also be done. In this part, this is where the school head and the teachers coordinate with the barangay officials before entering the community. In fact, some barangay officials assist teachers in the conduct of such until the end. And there are even times when parents help them in child mapping. I'm sure that we all have experienced child mapping. This is kind of a survey where we identify the backgrounds of our learners. We take survey, for example, the number of siblings that he or she has, their grade levels, personal information about them, and etc. This contains important basic information on the status of 4 to 17 years old children in the community, which can be used in school planning. What you can see on screen are the processes or steps in conducting child mapping. And the Committee on Child Mapping plays a significant role in the success of this activity. Also, one way to keep parents engaged in the school is by encouraging volunteerism with parents and other stakeholders through Brigada Eskwela. And of course, we do this every school year. The National School Maintenance Week, also known as Brigada Eskwela, has been a major initiative of DepEd for many years. And there is no doubt that the partnership of various stakeholders is put into action during this time. It is held during the last week of May before the classes open in June of every school year. And even though we are in the pandemic, the conduct of Brigada Eskwela is still encouraged. Of course, following the safety protocols. Because the essence of Brigada Eskwela is to foster the Filipino spirit of volunteerism, or what we call bayanihan. And that is why we gather all together to collaborate and to help each other in maintaining the cleanliness of our school, its safety, its security, and for the benefit of our learners. All teachers must be involved in Brigada Eskwela. So as you might have observed, every school year, Brigada Eskwela is participated by the LGU officials, our Parent-Teacher Association, officers, our Supreme Student or Pupil Government, or our SSG and our SPG, businessmen, DepEd officials, parents, alumni, learners, other volunteers, school personnel, and of course other concerned stakeholders who converge in the kickoff. And on the screen, you can see the suggested activities on how to conduct the Brigada Eskwela. And I'm sure we are all aware of this. Next, I am certain that we all do this, the development of a strong homeroom parent-teacher association or the HRPTA. Many school divisions today practice meeting parents in the school level prior to the opening of classes. And the reasons behind this are obvious. First, to explain the key policies of the school and DepEd, and second, to build relationship with parents. It starts with the General Assembly of all parents in the school covered court. But this time, we can do it virtually. During this time, school head talks to parents on school and DepEd policies. The teacher, both old and new, can also be introduced to the parents. After the General Assembly, parents go to their respective advisory rooms and advisors prepare the attendance sheets for parents. Students usually assist them in going to their rooms. Inside the classrooms, advisors reiterate the school head's pronouncements. This is the best time to start building relationship with parents. And take note, even during the pandemic, we can still build a strong relationship with our parents, guardians, or stakeholders. We can do it in so many ways. Vacation time is special among parents and their children. It is the best time for them to rest from the challenging tasks in school. The HRPTA meeting prior to the opening of classes is an equally important activity. It can be done even in simple ways such as the following, presented to you on screen. You can inform the parents about the activity through text message, chat, letter announcement, verbal message, or home visitation. Prepare copies of agenda of meeting and attendance sheets. Serve refreshments. Discuss agenda clearly. Entertain questions and verification. Assign parents to take minutes of the meeting. Present plan for the school year. And take pictures. And my dear fellow teachers, another important activity in school is the parent-teacher conference. This is quarterly done by the teacher among the parents and guardians prior to the actual day of the PTC. Some school heads release school memorandum containing the suggested agenda. It helps teachers to become more organized in the conduct of PTC. And this is the time when teachers give feedback to parents on the academic performance of the learners. Teachers update parents on the different programs, policies, and projects of the schools. And the parent-teacher conference allows parents to voice out their comments and suggestions, of course, for the improvement of the school. And this may be done 4 times a year, quarterly. More so, teachers get the early chance to see parents who can be engaged in various projects. And parents who are reluctant to attend PTC may be visited by the advisors. The preparation prior to the PTC is a key element to its success because a successful PTC can generate support from the parents. The following action plans can be done in the conduct of the parent-teacher conference. The suggested activities are presented on screen. I am pretty confident that all of us do this as public school teachers because every school year we conduct parent-teacher conference where we get to talk to the parents on the progress of their children. We get to communicate with them on the academic success of their child. And of course, they are updated of the plans and programs of the school. And that way, they can also help us in the success of our plans and future projects. This is also very important. Giving recognition to parents and various stakeholders. Schools should recognize the value of their parents. Those serve as their motivation to support the school programs and projects, and of course the policies. Teachers can prepare certificates of appreciation or recognition to parents who consistently attend PTA meetings. And personally, I do this to my parents. This will encourage them to support the school, to keep on supporting the school where their children go. And of course, this will motivate them to continue supporting the programs and projects of the school. This is a way of thanking them for their continued support. And you know what, teachers? This simple act of appreciation means a lot to the parents. Diba, as humans, we feel good once our effort is appreciated. And we should never forget to extend our invitation to parents and other stakeholders to school activities, events, and programs. Because you know what? Parents love to see their children participate and perform in school activities, especially on the different events and programs of the school. The invitation that is extended to them by the school head and teachers are truly valued. They feel that they are important since this is about their children who happen to be learners in the school. Now I have a question. Are these suggested activities essential for teachers? Of course. These suggested activities will build a strong relationship among teachers, parents, and other stakeholders. And a healthy professional relationship means success in every endeavor of the school. But what are the possible challenges that we might encounter? Of course, especially this time that our actions are limited, there can be a huge amount of challenges. There can be barriers to communication, there can be misunderstanding, and of course, our communication to parents can be limited to virtual because of course, we cannot go there face to face and talk to them because we are experiencing a challenging time today. But, as what they say, kung gusto, may paraan, di ba? At kung ayaw, maraming dahilan. And we teachers always find ways, no matter what. No matter what the challenges are, no matter what the difficulties that we encounter, we always see to it that we communicate with the parents. We talk to them in any possible way so that they can be updated and we could have a two-way communication. Dear participants, this time, what you can see on screen is a template of a personal action plan. What you are going to do is to supply your strengths, your development needs, your interventions, timeline, and resources needed. Based on what we have discussed on the Module 22 of the PPST resource package. I know that you can do this in 10 minutes, and please, if you are done, don't hesitate to send it to me, the soft copy of your personal action plan for our consolidation. Indeed, there are more than one way to build relationship between the teachers and the parents, and of course the wider school community. This pandemic must not limit us from communicating with our parents. because in this very difficult time, we should maintain healthy communication with them. Who among you here have experienced any of the above mentioned engagement activities? Home visitation, parent-teacher conference, parent seminars. Have you experienced this? I am sure that you do. Because again, this engagement activities will help us to have a good relationship with our parents, stakeholders, and other members of the community. And a healthy professional relationship with them is an indicator that we are doing our best and our roles as public school teachers, which means that we are on the right track. Before I end, let me just mention that this PPST resource package was developed through the Philippine National Research Center for Teacher Quality with support from the Australian government through the Basic Education Sector Transformation Program. Thank you for your active participation. Thank you for listening. And always stay healthy and safe, everyone. Bye-bye.